Owen, how are things? How are you getting on in isolation at the moment?
Good fella, yeah, sure. I suppose I'm doing as well as everyone else. It's tough times and none of us know where to go or what to do a lot of days, but I suppose we just have to make a plan for our weeks and hopefully go from there. But hopefully it's all over soon because everyone's finding it tough at the moment.
Yeah, so you're an essential worker, you're on the front line yourself, you're a guard in Limerick. How are you finding it?
Yeah, good, sure. I'm very lucky to be working at the moment. It's great to still be out and still meeting people at work, and you're meeting people on the streets who are getting out for their walks and that and seeing how they're getting on. So no, I'm very lucky to be working at the moment, and it's great that we can work because some people are stuck at home for 3 or 4 weeks and not able to work. So we're one of the lucky ones, really, to be honest.
And do you find like there's a different sense in the community now that people are kind of trying to help each other out, or have you seen much of a change?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a lot more positive even towards ourselves. People are a lot more warming, and I think the nurses they're getting a great reception. It's only rightly so. I think before people were saying that, I suppose University Hospital Limerick was overcrowded, but it was never the nurses' fault. So it's great to see that they're getting some positive publicity because they deserve every bit of it.
Yeah, and you're obviously living in Limerick. You haven't been home to Clare in a while.
No, I haven't visited home in since this thing started. So I suppose because I'm coming into contact with so many people, I suppose you don't want to come into contact with your family just for fear at all that if you had the disease, I suppose, and didn't know you had it. So listen, I suppose loads of people are on the same boat, so you just have to get on with it.
And you're living in Limerick. Who are you isolating with at the moment? Is it with friends or?
Just my girlfriend is down at the moment, so it's not too bad. So I suppose she's coming into contact with no one else. So it's kind of like my other housemate Jamie Wall is home in Cork. He's keeping busy on Twitter, so we're hoping it ends soon to keep him off Twitter because we're getting sick of some of his tweets.
Oh, it wouldn't be Jamie if he was saying something controversial, though, would it?
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah.
How are you dealing with the boredom? Are you the type to take the likes of Netflix, or you haven't gone into these couples TikToks yet? No.
No, TikTok wouldn't be my thing now, but Netflix, I suppose, is the way forward for everyone at the moment. Like, there's a few good things I've watched, like Brian Banks' movie is very good. I watched that last night, but I suppose, like that, Valerie, we're all just trying to fill our time because we're at home a lot of the days, you're getting out for a while, but after that, then you're kind of idle, so it's tough to fill the time, I suppose, for all of us.
And like getting on with the training and the GA at the moment, how are you finding like not being part of a team at the moment? I think it must be fairly strange for you to go from being with 30 or 40 odd lads at training maybe to doing a bit by yourself.
Yeah, it's tough, really, because I suppose the meeting the lads every night of training and that friendship that I suppose you get from years of playing with lads and talking to lads, you kind of miss big time because it's not the same over WhatsApp or ringing them. So you'd miss that big time and you'd miss the big games and that. But I suppose, listen, that's life now. We just have to get on with it.
You're due out the 9th of May and it obviously doesn't look like it's going to happen now. I think you're Tipperary first, aren't you?
Yeah, Tipperary first. No, that definitely won't happen. So I think we're having a meeting Thursday with the GPA to kind of go through the fixtures and that. So hopefully, might get a better idea then of that.
Okay, you yourself, Mo, what would you like to happen? Would you see it being restructured, or do you think that, like, as a guard now and being in your profession, do you think there's no way this is going to happen this year?
I suppose you'll always be hopeful that it will happen for a number of reasons. I suppose that players love playing games and also spectators, it brings them such enjoyment. So I think we're hoping that a knockout basis is going to happen because I think the leagues are gone. I think there's no fear of them being played now, but I think a knockout championship could be the way forward if time lets it. But we'll see how it goes anyway.
It'd be very exciting for spectators if it was knockout, and maybe not for yourselves as much, but for the spectators to be a right game.
Yeah, definitely, especially the Munster hurling days. I suppose we all grew up watching the knockout games and packed stadiums, and I suppose why the format is great in the Munster hurling with all the games, the crowds. There's never really many sellouts, so a knockout game would definitely bring a sellout and bring a great atmosphere. So yeah, no, definitely, it'll be brilliant for all of us.
So when it comes to yourself and the brother, who would be the most spoilt at home?
Connor definitely, he can cook, so it has to be him.
Straight in there. He can't cook. What age is he?
No, I know, 26 now. Hopefully, another 26 years, he might learn how to cook off someone, but I don't think he wants to. He wants to learn. I think he's happy enough for man cooking for him.
I was just going to say, if the man was going to hand it to him now, he's going to keep taking it.
Yeah.
Who would have been the teacher's pet?
Me, I'd say, yeah, probably me. I'd say Connor was a bit wild at times in school, so I'd have been the quiet one. So I suppose it would have been me. Yeah.
My next question: who was most behaved? But you just answered that. It's you.
Of course.
Who is better at sport?
Connor definitely, I suppose, being good at hurling and football, he has that one up in me, so we'll give him that one.
Do you know he actually answered this differently? Would you like to hear how he answered it?
Go on, yeah.
He said, "Now it took him. He was aiming straight. I think he found it a trick question, but he said that he was better at hurling and you were better at football. So I thought it was a nice way of answering. Who was the biggest ladies' man?
That is a very tough question. If I could Skype my mother now, I'd let her answer that one. I think the two of us are in a relationship, so.
Okay. But we'll say I'll leave you alone with that one, so we won't get anyone in trouble. Had any of you ever any nickname growing up?
I had Smiley, so that's kind of stuck with me for a while, right?
Yeah, well, I suppose it's easily explained why. I think Connor was telling me about Tora as well. So, yeah, something on your bucket list, something you'd love to do.
I'd love to go to Bali sometime. I think it looks like a savage spot, and definitely, it'd be nice and relaxing and great to clear the head. So I'd say with all this, it'd be loads of people would be wanting to go to Bali. But yeah, definitely a place I'd like to go to.
Any weird or strange phobias?
I'm afraid of rats. I hate rats. That's the only reason I'd never go to New York, is I think they say that you're never 10 feet or something from a rat, so that just put me off going to New York.
Okay, so you wouldn't go to New York just for that reason alone?
I'd probably go, but I'd have to think about it over the rats, I think.
The best GA player in your eyes?
Sorry, Gary Brennan?
Oh, Gary, okay. And what's it like having, I know Gary is supposed to head off on his travels recently, but that kind of was stopped him. He might make a welcome return fee.
Oh yeah, hopefully he's sure. Any team in the country would love to have Gary Brennan, but yeah, I was disappointed from him, right, that he couldn't go off on his travels after giving so much to the county for the last 14 years, but I'm sure himself and Eve will get away at some stage when this is all over, because I know it's something they always want to do with travel, so it'd be great from them.
Dressing room DJ?
Aaron Fitzgerald.
Okay, who'd be the fastest?
The fastest, Killian Brennan.
What about yourself? Do you remember you had some genius crazy stat there in 2018?
I slowed down since. I think I was celebrating that since in too many pubs, so lads have passed me out.
What about the slowest on the team?
Slowest. Kevin Hartnett, he's eating too many ice creams, that's
He loves you for that one. The biggest whinger?
Keelan Sexton, no doubt about it.
What, he's giving out about training, he has to do this, he has to do that, is it?
Everton, yeah, he give out about things being going on too long and food and everything. Has to be him.
Okay. Always injured?
Always injured. David Tuberty just hates pre-season training, I think, so I'll go for him.
Okay, always late?
Always late. Gavin Cooney.
Most likely to get a spray tan?
Dean Ryan. Proper tan, though.
Most likely to get their eyebrows waxed?
Yeah, Dean Ryan again, I'd say.
The worst dressed?
Worst dress. Gavin Cooney or Cormac Murray. The two of them wear earrings and nights out, so they're only for women, I'd sorry with that.
The best dressed.
Best dressed. I'll give Dean Ryan that one as well, in fairness to him.
Who's more likely to head to the Love Island villa?
Love Island Villa. Cathal O'Connor was actually there with his wife on their honeymoon, so I'll say him.
The two of them could head in.
Yeah.
Who's the cheekiest on the pitch?
Cheekiest on the pitch. Pierce Lewis, definitely.
Before you go, we have a few Instagram questions that came in. Now, I've obviously filtered these to the extreme because some of them could never see the light of day on. But favourite venue?
J venue, is it? Or
Yeah.
Cusack Park.
A favourite sporting memory?
Beaten Roscommon in the last 12 in 2016 to get into the All-Ireland quarterfinals.
Spin Southwest.